Hi students, good morning. I hope all of you are keeping well. I'm also fine. And during the last class, we were discussing about the magnetic effect of current, and we have stopped with the force between two current carrying conductors. Force between two current carrying conductors. And we have two current carrying conductors which are kept parallel to each other and they are carrying current in the same direction. And we have found that the first, when you consider the first conductor, it carries a current and it can provide a magnetic field, and the second conductor which is carrying another current which is placed in the magnetic field produced by the first conductor. So it will experience a magnetic force that is given by IL cross B. And when you consider the second conductor which is carrying a current I2, as we have already discussed, and it can provide a magnetic field, and the first conductor carrying a current I1 is present in that magnetic field. So first one experience a magnetic force due to the current flowing in second conductor. So the current carrying or current flowing through the first conductor provides a magnetic force on the second conductor. Current flowing through the second conductor exerts a magnetic force on first conductor. So they are mutually interacting through their magnetic force. These two currents are mutually interacting through their currents or their magnetic fields produced by that currents. So when these two currents are passing along the same direction, then the force experienced by both will be directed towards each other, which means first conductor will experience a magnetic force towards the second one, and the second conductor experience a current towards the first one. So we can conclude that they are attracting. They are, if both the systems are having force towards each other, that kind of an interaction is attractive interaction. So when two similar currents are there, those two similar currents will attract. And if you reverse the current of any one of the conductor, so what will happen? The magnetic force produced by that conductor will change its direction. That reverses the direction of the magnetic force experienced. Suppose you are changing the direction of current in the second conductor. So the magnetic field direction produced by the second conductor also changes. Then the force experienced by first conductor which is present in the field of second is also changing. So first one is experiencing a force away from second conductor if the current in the second conductor changes or reverses its direction. But current flowing through the first conductor is in the same direction, so no change at all for the magnetic field and the magnetic force produced. Since there is no change at all for the current and the magnetic field produced by the first conductor, second conductor will experience the same force in the same direction. So what happened here? First conductor is experiencing a force away from the second conductor, and the second conductor is experiencing a force towards the first conductor. So both the forces are acting in the same direction, which is a repulsive interaction. So when the currents are in the opposite direction, the interaction is repulsive, and when the currents are in the same direction, the interaction is attractive. That you can see here in the first diagram, the first figure that you have seen. Both the conductors are attracting, and the middle region, constricts. That means they are attracting each other. And the current directions that you can see in both, they are in the same direction. So when the currents are flowing in the same direction, they are attractive in nature. The forces are attractive and the conductors are coming close to each other. And see, in second figure, current, one of the current is opposite, which means the currents flowing in both the conductors are opposite. So the forces acting on PQ and RS are repulsive, so they widens. So similar currents will attract and opposite currents will repel. Similar currents will attract and opposite currents will repel. We have already seen the properties of charges. Similar charges will repel and opposite charges will attract. Similar charges will repel and opposite charges will attract. But when they starts to move in the same direction, they will attract, and when they are moving in the opposite direction, they will repel. Same charges, similar charges will repel, but they are moving in the same direction, they will attract, and when they are moving in the opposite direction, they will repel. So as we started with this current electricity, I have already told you, we have to see whether all those charger properties of charges that we have already seen. So we have to check whether they are having the same properties since they are moving. Also, at that state of motion, they possess the same properties, and we have to check whether they have having the same properties or not. So most of the properties are similar when the charges is at rest or movement, but some extra properties we can assign to the charges when they are in the state of motion, that we have already seen. Okay, so that's all about your seventh chapter, that is moving charges and magnetic field. So we have already finished your 7 chapters now, and we have started with the properties of charges. And gradually we have seen what is a charge and what are the properties of charges. Then electric field, we have seen how you can find the interaction between two static charges, that is done by Coulomb's law, and how these charges are interacting, that we have seen through their electric field they are interacting. And what is electric field, how you can find the strength of electric field, and how you can define the strength of electric field, that you have already done. Then to find out the electric field intensity, you have used your Coulomb's law, and Coulomb's law is insufficient for some special kind of charge distributions called continuous charge distributions. So we have gone for Gauss's theorem, and using Gauss's theorem we have seen some electric field intensity due to some special kind of charge distributions. Then we have defined scalar equivalent of electric field, that is electric potential. Then what is electric potential, how you can connect electric potential to electric field, that we have seen. Then we have defined a special kind of system of charges, that is electric dipole, then electric field intensity due to dipole, and electric potential due to dipole. All those matters are very important. Electric potential and electric field intensity due to a dipole, it's a sure question in your board exam. So capacitors, how you can store electric charges. So capacitors are the combination of capacitors are there. Then what is capacity, then what is dielectric, then how the capacity changes with the presence of dielectric, then energy of a capacitor. All those matters we have seen according to the properties of static charges. Then we have seen how you can move a static charge, that means how you can accelerate a charge. So to accelerate a charge, we require a force, and that force can be provided only by an electric field. So we have provided a potential that derives an electric field which provides a force, and um, charges are getting accelerated. Hence, we have seen the current electricity, properties of current electricity, then resistors, resistivity, and we have gone through all those topics according to your syllabus, and we have seen the magnetic effect, and that is also very important. Magnetic effect is important term. Then magnetic effect, how magnetism is developed, and how you can find out the magnetic field intensity. Biot-Savart law. Using Biot-Savart law, we have seen magnetic field intensity due to a current carrying straight conductor, or infinitely straight and infinitely long and finite length. Then circular loop, magnetic field intensity due to a current loop, that we have already seen. Then Ampere circular law, solenoid, toroid. Then force on a moving charge in an external magnetic field, force on a current carrying conductor placed in an external magnetic field, and force between two parallel current carrying conductors. So up to now, we have completed the first section in your question paper. Which means, according, when you go through the syllabus, you can see the first unit. First unit is electrostatics. First unit is electrostatics. Then current, electricity, and magnetic effect of current and magnetism. All these three includes 14 marks in your question paper. All these includes 14 marks in your question paper. So we have completed the portions for the 14 marks in your question paper. Okay, so during these coming days, you have to revise it thoroughly. And I think all of you have made your notes according to the classes and the slides given. So in the slides, I have given extra steps so as to make your understanding level deeper, and that steps you can learn for making your notes. And many times I told you in the first year also, I am telling you continuously that board requires some steps for your answers. So if you are not giving that proper steps in your answers, you will not get the full mark for that particular question. Many times I told you. Means when we were going for the answer script correction, and at that time board is providing us some value points, and if that value points is there, then only we can give you marks. And if that particular steps are not there, or that steps are missing, you will miss the marks for that particular steps. So marks are distributed to different steps, and those steps you can see in my description and notes. So in the derivations and all, you can follow that steps, and you make your own notes now, and prepare well during all these days. So first unit we have, first session we have already finished. Similarly, I'm providing you the numericals also. So some of you have already contacted me through my WhatsApp, and they are not getting some problems, and I have solved and given to you. So that's good, and your efforts are valuable now. Which means during these times we are not interacting directly. So if you are making efforts, I came to know that you are taking efforts, and that is a good sign, and you are in the right track. So follow the instructions correctly, and do the numericals by seeing that model questions I am sending to you. So if any problems comes, you can contact me, no problem. As I every time I'm telling to you. So when you find any problem in solving any numericals or making notes, you can contact me and be up to date and be prepared the first topics that we have already learned. Okay. So when we were talking about when we are thinking about the examination point of view, board examination point of view, in the practical examination, at the time of practical examination, you have to submit a project file, and that project you have to do and make a file, and that you have to submit at the time of practical examination. That means it is valued by the external examiner coming for your practical exam. And you have already seen that your practical mark distribution, 15 marks are internal and 15 marks are for 50 marks are awarding to you for your examination. That means the experiments. So according to the first 15 marks, that is internal 15 marks, internal means that also provided by the external examiner. So in that 15 marks, 10 marks is given for your project file, and 5 marks for your practical file. Okay, 10 marks for your project file and 5 marks for your practical file. So that 15 marks you can easily score, which means if you are providing the project file properly and your record file also very neat and all the experiments are completed, then you can easily secure that 15 marks. So for submitting that project file, you have to do a project work, and mainly that project work is based on a topic in your theory. Generally, I am giving the project file as a topic in your theory, because then it is easy for you to learn that topic for your theory as well as practicals. Okay, it means it's a simple topic. This time it's a simple topic, and that is your summer assignment also. So that project file you can do as your summer assignment. Okay, so it is in one task you can complete your summer assignment as well as your project file. Okay, your practical project and summer assignment both are same. So you can complete your summer assignment as well as your project file by doing the same task. Okay, so for submitting that project file, you have to follow some pattern, the pattern of the project file, summer assignment as well as project file. Now you can call that as your summer assignment. So you can you have to prepare that summer assignment as your project file, and since it is to be submitted for your practical examiner, so you have to follow some follow a particular pattern for making that summer assignment. So we can see what are the pattern or what is the pattern of that summer assignment. Okay, the format of the summer assignment is like this. An acknowledgement is the first, then index will be there, then introduction, content and bibliography. You know all these, what is an acknowledgement, index, introduction, content and bibliography. So acknowledgement is general acknowledgement for a project. Then index is the, you know what is index, and the content and the page number and all. Then introduction, general introduction to the topic. Then the content, thorough content. Then bibliography. Bibliography is references from where you have collected all those datas. and that we can include in bibliography. Okay. Now the topic for your summer assignment is electromagnetic spectrum. Topic for your summer assignment is electromagnetic spectrum. So you know what is electromagnetic spectrum. In your lower classes you learned about electromagnetic spectrum. The term is familiar to you, electromagnetic spectrum. So electromagnetic spectrum is the topic for your summer assignment. You know what is electromagnetic spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum is the arrangement of electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves are radio waves, microwaves, infrared, then visible light, ultraviolet and X-rays. So these are the electromagnetic waves. So the arrangement of electromagnetic waves in their increasing order of frequency or decreasing order of wavelength, or decreasing order of frequency and increasing order of wavelength. That is termed as electromagnetic spectrum. Arrangement of electromagnetic waves is known as electromagnetic spectrum. So in electromagnetic spectrum, different electromagnetic waves are there, and your summer assignment topic is, your project topic is electromagnetic spectrum, and this is one of your chapter. This is one of your chapter in your textbook. Now this year your textbook is 2 parts, and this is the last chapter in the first part, that is the chapter number 13. So this is electromagnetic spectrum, but in electromagnetic spectrum, chapter we can find many topics, but they are only related topics, that is only for your extra reading. So in the syllabus you can find, it is clearly said that only qualitative analysis or qualitative description of all those terms, but we have to focus on the electromagnetic spectrum. So electromagnetic spectrum means the properties of electromagnetic spectrum. So that is the topic of your project. That is the topic of your project. So when you are preparing the project for electromagnetic spectrum, required points are electromagnetic waves. Which are the electromagnetic? That is which are the members of electromagnetic spectrum, and frequency range of each electromagnetic wave, the wavelength range of each electromagnetic wave, how they are produced, what are the uses of that particular electromagnetic wave, and the general properties of electromagnetic waves. Okay, so the required points are electromagnetic waves, the members of electromagnetic spectrum, then their frequency range, wavelength range, production, uses and general properties. So that only you have to learn from that chapter also. I mean, generally in your board exam the questions are asked like, what are the property, suppose one electromagnetic spectrum, one electromagnetic wave is given, how they are produced, or what is the uses of this particular electromagnetic wave, or one use is given, and for that particular use which electromagnetic wave is used. Only that kind of questions are asked in your board question papers. So you have to follow the pattern I given, or the topic content requirement I given to you thoroughly. So you are learning that chapter also, and when we are discussing that chapter in detail, then you can easily understand that also. Okay, so no extra description or no extra explanation is required. Everything is given in the chapter also, and your extra content or extra data you have to collect from referring to different books, or nowadays information is at your fingertips. So collect as much as data according to each and every electromagnetic spectrum and make the project better or the best one. Okay, so it's a project that to be submitted towards, in front of a external examiner. While you are preparing that project, keep in your mind it is to be submitted to an external examiner. Okay, so generally you are getting the project files and all. I think this time you didn't get that project files and all. So you have to make the project in A4 sheets. You have to make the project in A4 sheets and write only in one side. To make the project attractive, keep these points in your mind. Make the assignment in project in the A4 sheets and write only in one side. Getting only in one side, and that pages that you are using, that you can make beautiful by making some arts and drawings and all, means whatever decorations that you can make, but don't alter any data regarding that electromagnetic spectrum for decoration. Okay, so make the pages beautiful and designs you can make, and make your project project file an attractive one. Okay, and important thing is you have to use some diagrams or pictures that you can take the printouts or drawings from, referring to the books and net, whatever it is. So diagrams and pictures are important. Then many diagrams and pictures you can find in net and all, regarding the uses, production and the range of electromagnetic waves, electromagnetic spectrum, like that. Okay, so make the project a better one, attractive one, and keep in your mind that is to be submitted in your practical examination time. Okay, 10 marks is there, so you are preparing that assignment for your 10 marks. Okay, so that is your summer assignment, and see, there is no such a restriction for the number of pages. Some doubts may be arise in your mind, how many pages I have to make. So there is no such a restriction for page. You can make the pages 20 pages, 25 pages. If you want to make it in 100 page, that is no problem. Don't make it a 100 page project file. I'm just kidding. So minimum 15 to 25, maximum pages 15 to 25 pages you have to keep in your project, and you keep all those, I already told you to make it in A4 sheets, and you have to keep all those sheets in the proper order, and the order of the format I have already given to you. So according to that format you arrange everything in proper, and prepare that project in the best way, and remember that is for your practical examination. Then 10 marks is there, so you are getting that 10 marks during this winter time, summer assignment, and you are preparing, you are getting more than enough time to prepare all those matters now. So take time and do it in the right way. And one more thing, while writing that project, either you use black or blue ink for writing. Either you can use black or blue ink for writing. Headings you can make with any color. Any color you can make use for making the headings and all, but writing you have to keep either blue or black. And generally, okay, sketch pens are not, see, sketch pens, the writing is more thicker then it is not advised. So colored pens you can use, no problem. And sketch pens you can make use to make any decorations on the pages, are no problem. But for writing, sketch pens are not advised. So colored pens you can use for making that headings and all. But for writing you use only either blue or black. Okay, so during this summer time, so make use your time properly, fruitfully, and you are getting the projects for the other subjects also. So complete all those works on time, and we will meet in the next time after the summer days. So enjoy your time, and as I already been always telling you, eat well, keep healthy, and enjoy your time. We will meet next time. Okay.